Hello and welcome. All right, another live stream, and I'm waiting for Bernie. So Bernie will be here, hopefully, in time. How is everyone? So I thought I'd come on, and I'm only 8 minutes late, so that's not bad. All right, who we got here? Hippie Shake. Hello, how you going? Robber 33rd. Robbie, gosh, how do I say that? Robria. Edna Bell, I Heart Fairies, hello. John Chesworth. Now, how do I say? Oh, Dr. Gurin, is it? Hello. Thank you. Yes, everyone, give us a like. Come on. Helps the algorithm, as they say. Jim, hello again. I think I saw all you guys yesterday. Highlander, hello. Scotty Satin, Angela Baby Carson, hello again. Hans, hey, how you going? Liza Nord, hello. Tamika Watts, Paul Gazart, where are we? Gazola? Paul, hello. Sorry, all the comments keep moving as I try and read them. Who else have we got here? Lots and lots of people. Roscoe, hello. I Heart Fairies. All right, 48 people. All right, so... Oh, Wesley, hello. Slim Danger, Midnight 581. Welcome. And welcome to all the new people. What am I at the moment? I think I am almost at 64,000 on this channel. So, and almost at 30,000 on the backup channel. So, I may have to do a live on that, right? When I hit 30K. And I am trying to get organized now that I'm back from the event, and that's all done for 6 or 7 weeks. So I am going to actually try and get organized and get a schedule. And actually, Sarah is going to help me with a few things to try and get me organized. So that will be good. And so, I'll talk more about that. But Sarah's actually looking for work as a freelancer. If anyone wants anything done as far as artwork, intros, thumbs for creators, all that kind of stuff, or other businessy stuff. Yes, there'll be more of that coming down the line. Hello, Jude Jordan, how you going? Truth Unveiled, hello. Oh, is that Erica? How you going? I think I saw a message from you. I'm so far behind on all my messages, and I don't really use Facebook anymore. So if you're trying to get me on that, I'm sorry. AK Aka 9. Hello. Byford. Nice. I'm going to be having a meetup soon. Excuse me. It's actually my birthday. Gosh, it's getting close. When is it? Like 5 weeks. So I'll probably have a meetup thing for that. But I'm also thinking anyone who's a handyman in the Perth area, I'm thinking of having a busy bee to try and finish my bus, because it's really hard because I've still got hand issues. I'm not very handy, so I'll probably do a short live stream about that. But if anyone's in Perth and wants to maybe come and hang out for the day and do a bit of work, that would be greatly appreciated. There's Works. Hello from Idaho. Yes. Happy 4th of July to all our Americans, North Americans. Actually, what's the date? Is it still? Yes, it's... What is it? Oh, it's 1:30 in the morning. Okay, well, so yesterday, I guess. Well, 1:30 on the East Coast, something like that. Time zones, right? Alison says, look up. That's good advice. I agree. We should look up. There's really interesting buildings and things up there. I would love one day to go to Bosnian pyramids to drink some water and sit there and feel the vibes. I agree. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Bosnian pyramids and the Badlands. And there is a thing called, what's it called? It's called something. Geoglyphology. And that's basically, it's like the work Michelle Gibson does, where she lines up, ancient sites, right, on maps. and they get designs, and you get all these link ups and things. So when Bernie comes along, he did say he was running late. We're going to get into that and have a bit of a look on Google Earths and show the face, the medicine man face. Well, I guess it's a medicine man. It's a big face in the ground, like a geoglyph in Canada, and it's right next to a town called Medicine Hat, which is very interesting. All right. Erica, yes, okay. I'll message you when I'm not so busy. I will get time. I'm very busy though. That's all right. Well, hopefully I won't be so much. I need a PA, but the problem is I need money to pay them. But like I said, Sarah's actually going to help me out a bit at discounted rates until I can get some money sorted. Bernie should be arriving shortly. Yes, he will be, Edna. Sanitarium Radio, Darcy, Dark 30. Oh, what does that mean? I am Crypto. Hello. It's 132. Very nice. Oh, so where are you? You must be either in WA or in the East Coast, right, of USA. Is that right? Jim Dillinger is not for CERN. Have no concern, Jim. As we know, all of this is a show, right? It's just a big, they want to go out with a bang. And I think, we've got to look at the big picture, right? What's really going on here? Because clearly it's not, we know it's not the story they tell us. What's this whole space thing? Why are they sending rockets up? What are they trying to actually do? Because it's clearly not, to go where no man has gone before and all this kind of rhetoric. So I was watching J Dreamers. Shout out to J Dreamers, really good channel. Go check him out. And he was basically saying, that all this rocketry stuff and NASA, it's all getting ready for them to escape, when an event happens, right? Which kind of makes sense because we know that what they're doing is nefarious, right? Jay Oliveira, thank you for what you do. Massachusetts, thank you for being here. Who else have we got here? Expose more Magellans to 2014 Earth to purge them. Nice. Yeah, I've got someone that I need to send some nail clippings to because they've got a spooky too. I'm thinking I might get one myself, which is a frequency generator. And the new ones, they've actually got this device and you can clip like a piece of someone's nail into this thing and it picks up on the DNA signature and they can remotely heal with them. So I haven't given it a go yet, but I'd like to because it's very interesting. Yoga Buzz experiences. Let's go to Bosnia. I agree. Yes. And this is what the future holds, guys. Is this what we're going to start doing? We're going to start doing documentaries and stuff and flying around and doing our own digs, right? We need a new word. We can't use archaeology, right? Because archaeology, that's pushing archaic, right? Pushing into the past. Shout out to Jason. Digology. We need a new word, right? Uncoverology, something. Brian McMahon, how you going? Welcome, Tampa, Florida. All right. Say for Jesus. Hello, welcome. So we've got rockets are just chemical equations to escape the dome, firmament, ethereal layers, ice falls, etc. Yeah, I think so. Or maybe as Kelly Jones has put out there, maybe they're to go down, right? Because they always do that arc, and then they go down. And there's footage of lakes and things under the ocean, which is basically super salt water. So maybe they need that force to break that, to penetrate that barrier. Who knows? Who knows? The cult of Con. Oh, NASA is money laundering over $600 billion spent on space voyages. I know, right? Or as Dave Weiss loves to say, the outer space, right? Is there more land on the other side of the ice ring? Is that where they're going? Is that where $600 billion went, right? They're setting themselves up somewhere safe because there's something coming, right? But the thing is, it is frequency based. So as long as we're raising our frequencies and we're coming from the heart and doing all that kind of stuff, then we're going to be fine. So do not stress. Do not buy into the fear. Erica, Truth Unveiled 1123 says, join my Flat Earth group on Telegram. Feel free to drop the link, Erica, if you want to. And everyone can go and have a chat about Flat Earth. Right into the water, yeah. Scotty Saturn, yeah, exactly right. So what's going on there? You know, they always land in the water, right? Well, they used to, you know, in their little bobby things that float in the water, that are little steel cages. They may have come up from below, right? We just don't know, because I mean, look at spacesuits. They are literally the same as deep sea diving suits. Splash pads they're called. Well, there you go. And what did someone else say? Yeah, when they're in, you know, space, they float, right? I mean, and when you think about it, floating, you know, for all of, you know, history, if we can call it that, the only floating that was done was in water. Floating, you know, in space has only been created by NASA, right? Recently. Okay, flood mud. Nice. Melbourne, Florida. Yes, I haven't even looked at Melbourne, Florida. Is that a good flooding, you know, old world city? Because Melbourne, Victoria is. And if you saw the Tartari Australia video that went up last night, I edited it really badly, and basically I put the wrong starting on, and I put the whole next episode as the start. So I'm currently editing that out, and Thursday night will be another episode, and it's the full walk around. Me and Kelly walking around Melbourne, Victoria, showing you the amazing architecture. It's literally Gotham City. It was founded by Batman. I mean, come on. And I may have to run out for another coffee later, because I went to get a coffee and we have water issues because we've only got one water filter, and my son drinks a ton of water. I drink water. We all drink water. And every time I go to get water, it's empty. It's very annoying. Wow, is that scalar? Rachel Lee, hello. Is what scalar? Behind me? Like, do you mean? Like as far as the result of the scalar weapon? I mean, the picture behind me is pretty cool, right? Nice pyramid there. Is that what you mean, Rachel Lee? Hello? Hello. You're in Arizona. Well, there you go. Hello to Arizona. The real Yoda, it's totally flat and it's epic. Apart from, you know, the mountains, but yeah, it's definitely not a globe with curved water, right? As Divergent would say. Living on a ball of curved water. That's such a bad accent. Alrighty. So should we go have a look while we're waiting for Bernie? I probably won't see when he comes on. Let me just check and see if he has emailed me. No, nothing from Bernie. All right. So, well, let's have a look at something. I've got something. Let's just go to Google Earth. That sounds like fun. Share screen. All right. We are getting there. Professionals. No, not that professional. Hang on. I'm getting there. Hello. What have I done? There. All right. Google Earth. Okay, can you guys see that? Of course, now I can't see the chat. Can I do that? No. Oh my gosh. Here we go. So can you guys see the Google Earths? Hello, DC. Hello, Paul Honeywood. Hello again from the UK. Don Burge. Hello. Badfish Bear. Welcome. Kirsten Stewart. Hello. Yes, we're live. We are live. 143 of you watching. If you're on Bernie's channel, Bernie will be along soon. He's just running late. Yes, you can see it. Okay. Oh, whoops. I think I've changed it. Hopefully you can see it now. So this is Canada. So I have no idea where I am now. But it says Medicine Man down here. So let's go have a look. Okay, so here, right? Can I move that? How do I move that? How do I move that? Can you see this face? That's... How do I move? Is that a... I didn't put that there. Hang on. Let me take that out. Let's get rid of it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sorry, technical difficulties. Let's get rid of that. Let's see. Okay, now if I go back in. So this is the town called Medicine Hat, right? Just out in rural Canada. And one thing I noticed was this was interesting. Now, airport, I'm guessing. But isn't it just interesting, the design of it, and this coming off the, just the shape of it? Is this maybe remnants of some kind of old infrastructure, a star maybe? Who knows? I just found that interesting. So let's go over here. So down here, there we go. Got this head. Can you see that? So we've got neck, chin, mouth, nose, eye, forehead, and then like this big sort of feathered, what are they called? Headdress. Could even be flowing off there. So this big face in the ground. Well, look at that. Nose, mouth, eye. What do you reckon? And there is actually, oh, it's right on top, but there's this little, there's a road that comes up and there's this little car park. And unfortunately, this is right on top of it. But when you look at it, it looks like he's like got earphones in. So very interesting. So basically, what we're going to be looking at is when you get like lines right, and you line them up with other things. So if I'm really clever here, okay, what do we got here? Oh, here's a WTF. There must be something down here. What's down here? That's not it. Camp David. Okay, let's go. Oh, okay, I'm gonna okay. Come on, work. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. So, oh my gosh. I'm not doing very well. I'm trying to God. Well, what I'm trying to show is that they line up. Let's get rid of this. These faces. Now, this is the Badlands in Utah. Not where I want to be. Up here. So, Medicine Man. If we go, don't. I thought there'd be star forts here, but let's go across here. No. Oh, come on. But basically, there we go. So, and then the idea is you come down along these lines and you see if there's other ancient sites and things, you know, like down here on a river crossing could be an interesting place to find something, right? Oh, gosh, move. So anyway, I think I kind of failed at that. I didn't, I hope that wasn't too boring, guys. But so yeah, you can come along and, you know, when you see like maybe a town and these river crossing, you know, like especially when there's a curve like this, you know, you come in and you see what you can find, right? And this is a way to discover more things. So this is, well, that's obviously new, some kind of mine, some kind of like chemical sort of distilling factory holding pond thing. But here we have, I don't know, is that a bit of a golf course? But interesting things in the ground, maybe. All right, remnants, maybe. Station. So anyway, that's the idea, and so that's what this geo stuff is mapping things out on the realm. Bernie's still not here to see what we can find. All right, I got through it. 20 minutes, come on, buddy. Okay, His Highness, hello. Michael de Silva, how you going? Welcome. His Highness from Ottawa. That Indian was very cool, like the face on Mars. Yeah, there's faces everywhere. Where is Mars, right? Just JP, hello. Oh, Rachel Lee. Have you given me coordinates? What's that for? I wish I could copy. Why can't I copy what people write? It's so annoying. That one. Can I copy them? I just want to copy and paste it. What's that for, Rachel? Let me know. Bernai, autodidactic. Sorry, 3 minutes. Oh my gosh. Maybe take a look at Ottawa. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Good point. Hello, Dragon Sage. How you going? Welcome. Average American. Come on. No one's average. Too hot for YouTube. Woohoo. And yeah, Billy, what's his name? The lead singer of Green Day, Billy Joe, guitar player or something. Apparently at in England at that big rock festival, Glastonbury, that one, he renounced his American citizenship because he's just too woke for America. So he apparently is no longer American. So I guess that makes him just an average idiot, right? Bing. You like that one? Bing. That should have been a Tish. Really should have been a Tish. All right, let's go and have a look at Ottawa. Ottawa's actually pretty cool. So if we go Ottawa, there's actually it's a walled city. Okay, so this is good. So you can see here, this is what we see everywhere. You see bends in rivers and things. When you come in, you'll see there's always these bends where the cities are. And we kind of tend to get these inner cities and then these outer sort of cities. So this is Ottawa. So am I in the right place? Where am I thinking I am? I hope I'm in the right place. This is... Okay, let me go. Where am I? Ottawa town. Is Ottawa what I'm thinking of? Ottawa's the one with the big castle, right? Right, maybe not. And the wall. Okay, so let's go Ottawa Fort. That's another thing. If you're ever looking for things, just look for forts. Fortress Medical Center. What is that? Sounds like it could be near a fortress. Oh my gosh, Ottawa's big. Okay. I'm not done well. See, I need Bernie's help. I'm lost. I don't know what it's all about. Man-made islands. What's the other town? I think I'm in the wrong city. I think I'm thinking of another city. The Glebe. I mean, this is very old world looking here with this canal, equidistant. When you see things like this, they could be washed out, or they could just be natural waterways that they're built on. Always islands in the middle there. But this is not looking like what I thought it was. So I'm going to stop sharing. What am I thinking of, guys? What's just lost my brain. What is another town in Canada? It's not Ottawa. Where's the one with the big fort? Yes, Statue of Liberty. Yes, is on an 11-pointed star. Very interesting. And then there's like 3 islands out there or something, isn't it? All parts of Quebec. Quebec. Thank you, Bernie. That's what I'm thinking of. Quebec. Okay. Let's do this. Quebec. Okay. Quebec. Okay. Here we go. Quebec's much more fun. Okay. Again, big island in the stream. Bit of a truth drop there by Kenny and Dolly. So here we go, Quebec City now. And you can see, that that's right. That's a bit of a walled city. Now I reckon this star was actually huge. I'm just gonna do this. Now we have a star. Come on, Googles. This is called the Citadel of Quebec, and as you see, it's a very nice star fort. Now this is really cool because, you can see, look up here. Oh my God! See, we're living in a game. This looks like Minecraft, but there's this wall, and you can see we've got these bastions, the way they come out, and these star fort kind of shapes. Obviously the stuff in the ground, but you can follow this wall. You can see it comes all up here, and it also comes down around here. Wow, look at this. That's that, what's it called? It's called it's a big hotel. It's very famous. Let's show photos of it. There's photos of it everywhere. What's it called? It's called the something. Don't know. But this wall comes along here. Old world stuff here. Through here somehow, and then continues around here, up here, along here. So there's another bastion along here. Then they've broken it. You can see there's the edge of the star where it joins up, but I think it actually pops out and keeps going, if I can remember. But basically you can see this, there's the star, and this was all part of the Star City. You can see it would have been right out here, and no doubt I reckon it would have, gone across the water here. And, and they always do this, right? They put industry there so they can just destroy everything. So there's probably not much left of it over there, but definitely you can see just there that's a big star. And there is also remnants of it up here. And I think the wall actually, the wall keeps going up here. Where's the wall? Here's the wall. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, here maybe. Up here. It's just remnants of this sort of thing all the way up. And of course, along the way, we've got all these, old world buildings, octagons, waters, all that kind of stuff. So it looks like it came up, I don't know, pretty big, and then would have come back down here, I reckon. You can kind of see the shape here, right? Like things like this. I don't know. What do you reckon? Definitely a nice star there. And then on the other side, when you find stars on water like this, always check out the other side, and you always find something. And of course, we find something that's been, it's a water park, is it? But again, we've got octagons, we've got funny shapes in the ground, built up areas. So that there could be remnants there as well. Hard to tell. They love covering stuff, but this as well, right? Golf courses. The Tartarian Truthers did a really cool show the other day, looking at golf courses and all that kind of stuff. So there you go. That is Quebec City. Let's see. Is Bernai? No, Bernai's not here. He said 3 minutes. Okay, where are we? 160 of you watching. All right. Thank you for being here. Paul Sawyer, what is our real history? How much is... Oh, that's right. I can show this, can't I? How much is backstory in the dream? Well, it's all backstory, right? Like, we can't prove any of it, really. It's all from books. So it's like, if this is a simulation, the thing is, no one can... Oh my gosh, he's here.
Finally here.
He's here. And I was just about to say, no one can prove that you weren't just created 3 minutes ago, right, with all your memories intact. We actually can't prove that. So this is the thing. Same with history, right? We can't prove that all of that just wasn't implanted and put there and written, and our history is something completely different. We just can't prove it. So that's why we search on. Welcome, Mr. Burneye, Third Eye Science Guy, Mind's Eye without the bow tie. How are you doing?
Thank you. Sorry, I'm late there. Got held up a little driving across Calgary today. It's pouring rain, as it has been for over a month now. It seems like it might flood, but it hasn't quite yet.
Wow.
So
Raining
means lots
from
of fires.
holy dolly. Hello, Callum Wilkinson. How are you? Natasha Struffer. Hello. Is that's not Natasha. How do I say that? Is that Russian? Natasha?
Natasha.
Oh, that's not her. Oh, you got to click something and it just comes through so fast. Natasha. Very cool name. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here, being me, Maya, the illusion. Oh, yes. And the Toltecs, right? Tech. How much tech did they have? They just disappeared. All right. And of course, guys, Bernie got his channel taken down again. He's such a naughty boy. So I've had a lecture to him. I've told him to play nice. But the link for his new channel is in the description. So please go down and subscribe, share, comment, like, all that good stuff.
Thank you. And yeah, so you got in the background there one of the Medicine Hat Badlands geoglyph sites, and it looks like it's 4 faces. I'll share here.
How we do it?
Faram's.
Oh, that one. No, that one.
Hey. Badlands, we're able to see that. Yep. Okay. So it's actually, there's the main indigenous face here, but then this actually right above it, it kind of looks like another guy, almost like a Celtic or like angry sort of guy with a crown up. And then this one is a Olmec face right here. The eye, the nose, the mouth and stuff. And it looks a lot like the Olmec carvings found throughout South America. And then another one, the eye, the nose, the mouth and stuff. This kind of also looks like some of the Olmec or Easter Island faces.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow.
So it's... he shows here, this is the faramfoundation.com site that I got right here and using. So he's showing right here that, so this is the one on the right side or the east side, the third face, the Olmec, and how much it looks like the Olmecs down in South America. And then this one right here, this is a 5th one that it's still in the same valley. It's just a couple of hills over from the other 4, and that this is a 5th head with a big feathered serpent headdress on top of it, and he kind of looks Aztec or Olmecish too in it. So it's quite crazy that there's at least 5 of these ancient indigenous faces and heads in this one site. And they say pareidolia or whatever it's called, sure, maybe with one, but when there's 5 of them together, it's a little hard to brush off as just a coincidence of nature that looks like something that it actually is.
Indeed, and of course the Egyptians as well had the serpent coming out of the forehead there.
Right, so right here, the same serpent sort of headdress here on one of the Mayan or Aztecs. The feathered serpent, apparently it was quite big. And yeah, so it kind of seems almost like the Egyptians, like you said, the similarities of these anthropomorphic figures or possible demigods back in the day there with all of them. And then, so For those that haven't seen this site before or are covering of this and the geoglyphs that Faram Foundation has discovered, that's where these numbers are here on the sites, the 3, 2, 4, and 5. And then there's one more that's not in this picture. I believe it's over by where the feathered headdress guy is. But that, so right here, the geoglyphs, they're megalithic lines of stones that he's found at these sites, and that he measures the length and angle of them and then has plotted them out on maps and found that the length timed by the angle actually goes like precisely to all of these other ancient megalithic and sacred sites, archaeological sites across both North America, South America, but the entire world, and then has since deciphered from these geoglyphs over, I think, 30 or 40 other major ancient sites in the world also having these geoglyphs, and them all mapping and connecting out to each other, including the Bosnian pyramids, the Egyptian pyramids, Luxor, Egypt, as well as, I believe, Mexico City itself, and literally hundreds, if not thousands, of places that probably do exist with these geoglyphs. But my main goal here, just so this summer, because it's winter down there, I guess now for you in Australia,
Yes,
but
freezing.
in lieu
Mm.
of amazing success that you've had with the YouTube meetups and whatnot there last week, and the more that you're doing, I've had requests to do one here in Alberta, Canada, North America, where I am.
Ooh.
So I figure, why not take two birds with one stone? And this medicine hat is about 100 kilometers from where I am in Calgary, Alberta, so pretty close overall. And that before the summer is done here, we'll put together an expedition, meetup, and camping and exploring of these medicine hat Badlands over a weekend. Take out the drone there. We'll try to get some above footage to map these same faces out, but more importantly, go verify these megalithic lines, the geoglyph lines that Faram has claimed to decipher and found here, and actually confirm that there are these ancient megalithic rock structured maps that physically exist in these sites, and without a shadow of a doubt prove that this is indeed a pre-cataclysm, very, very ancient site and lost technology that Faram has discovered.
Mm. Yeah. I was saying before, it's similar to what Michelle Gibson's doing as well, like lining everything up.
Exactly. The different alignments along the different ley lines and earth grid sites, and whatever this lost pre-cataclysm technology was of using these energy sites around and mapping the world with it.
Mm. Yeah. It seems that way. It was Michelle, wasn't it, who showed us? No, it was you who showed us the map of Japan.
Yeah. It's on this same Faram site here. We'll go through it before this presentation is done today. So yeah, so you see here, this is like he's mapping out each of these geoglyphs onto the map here from each of the 4 or 5 sites that he has, these radials, and the lists of where each one goes. So for instance, geoglyphs 4, there's some to the tips of Greenwall, Cornland, Canary Islands, Ottawa River. So not just the US, but actually across the Atlantic. And all over, right? So, and it
Mm.
seems that each one has a different topographical area, or not topographical, latitude, longitude area, or I guess continent essentially, of it. But that he plots it all out together, all of those geoglyph sites from the Medicine Hat Badlands 1. And this right here is the territory that it outlines from the 5 geoglyph sites in Medicine Hat there. And that essentially marks all the way to Hawaii, up through Alaska, essentially what might look like possibly the North Pole or close to the north there, tip of northern Greenland, and then goes all throughout Europe and all the way to Egypt itself, and then back across. It looks like it takes the entire Mediterranean there, as well as the northern tip of Africa, actually, and then back through and connects to, I guess, the edge of North America. It
North,
doesn't go
Central
past
America, sort
Central
of, yeah.
America. It's still in Mexico there, right? And yeah, so this is just one of, I guess, about 50 here. I'll flip back to the main site that Faram, Mr. Faram, Dr. Faram, research, I forget his first name. Awesome individual. But yeah, so each of these that he has listed here are ones that he's done in-depth decoding on. And then he's also gone into all the different pyramid sites across the world and connected them to his geoglyphs, and proved essentially that they are not these fake sites, that they're not able to be debunked, that it's undeniable concrete evidence of it. And look down here, the Portugal, that insane, one of the most insane star forts of everywhere. Apparently, it's also included in these geoglyphs and these radial mappings. So it'd be fascinating, and in the future, we'll have to look at the Portugal site that he's done and see if it's repeated in other star forts. At which,
well, there could be a star fort grid. I'm sure there must be, right?
Exactly, right. That maybe the star fort civilization was the last one that did use these geoglyph mappings and technology. And so what's really cool is that he was able to connect it into the pre-cataclysm, far antiquity pyramid civilizations of Bosnia, of China, of the U.S. Midlands, of Yanaguni, Japan, that's 400 feet underwater, Canary Islands. Shout out to Richie Double, the Magic Treehouse. Egypt, even Indonesia, right? That they're so ancient that there's mass erosion from the tens, if not hundreds of thousands of years since they were built, and whatever cataclysms that wiped out these lost civilizations on Earth in the past, where people tried to debunk them, saying, "Oh, it's natural," when in fact they're built in with these same geoglyph features into it, that and then connect into the global grid of the other ancient sites and pyramids around.
And of course, we're never allowed to do research. That pyramid in Indonesia, they started digging in it and they started finding stuff that, that didn't match the history books, and the whole thing got shut down, and they haven't dug on it for like 7 years or something.
Right? It was like Man Yadol or Yadol Man.
Yeah, it's not Man Madol.
Graham. Oh yeah, no, that what I just said. That one's out in.
That one's in Micronesia. Yeah, underwater.
Yeah. Shoot, I forget which one. Guan Pungo, maybe Guan something. Guan Pungo.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah,
something like
let us know in chat. But yeah,
Graham Hancock actually was very involved in it before it got shut down. I remember. So be interesting to find out that if he's aware of Faram Foundation's work.
I know, right? I know that whole crowd really need to get on board, right, with the new history revision.
Exactly, right. It's like they're almost with Graham Hancock, Robert Schoch, Randall Carlson, these epic individuals that were essentially the groundbreakers of this alternative pre-Atlantis, pre-cataclysm, Younger Dryas civilizations theory and proofs made 20, 30 years ago, that now things have evolved so much that they seem to almost be susceptible and falling to the same biases and dogmas that they themselves were fighting against and facing in the original system of academic archaeology. And it's like, guys, come on now. Like, you know, like you've opened Pandora's box. You have to be open to the evidence and the information of everything coming forward now.
Yeah, and that one, that picture you just had too. A few other people mentioned it. It looks very sort of Viking-ish. You know, the one that go up if you go up.
Yeah, the top head one
One
guy,
there.
right?
No, down, yeah. The one with the big. No. Go down.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, this guy.
That one.
Yeah, absolutely could be, or almost Oriental Viking, maybe an actual Tartarian warrior for all we know.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. But it's
And
interesting, isn't it, Graham Hancock and that they come out as, and you see it so often, they come out with the new information and they're all new, but then they kind of stop. But then when more new information comes out, they don't go there. They just sort of go, well, I've got my little niche, so I'm just going to stay here kind of thing.
right, exactly. And it's like,
because I mean, you can't tell me he hasn't received thousands of emails about this.
Indeed, right? Like, what are they truly trying to hide, cover up, and lie about?
Well, this is the thing, and unfortunately, we need to question everything, don't we? So,
right,
you know, they could completely believe what they're saying, or they could be gatekeepers. We don't know, but we've got to be open.
Indeed, right? It's like you have to be open to possibilities, but not have your brain splattered on the ground, essentially, you know, like within reason, use your own discernment. Discernment is key.
Discernment, exactly. Discern, right? Get rid of the cern.
Right? That spell casting, the roots of words. So this right here is the actual, I believe, Google coordinates of the medicine hat.
Yeah. I've got him up. Do you want me to share?
Yeah, absolutely. Here.
All right. All right. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Right? Look at that. All four of them right there. Still.
Yep. So we got one here. We've got one.
I find it ironic. It forever stuck with me when RT, Russia's news channel, started broadcasting. Their entire time, their motto has been question everything, right?
Yeah. Especially what a woman is, right?
Bro. I don't think that one's coming from them, but the question everything, and that it's like, so why is it the supposed Iron Curtain, the leaders of the Iron Curtain are the ones saying, hey, use your discernment, question everything, don't believe our story, don't believe their story, but question everything and figure out your own actual truth.
Oh, that's a bit rude, but anyway, we shall keep going.
That's funny. So I'm just gonna switch over here between the two brands that we have. So I apologize that it's not gonna say autodidactic and switch over to green quickly, but I have preloaded here a bunch of the Medicine Hat Badlands pictures that so these ones were off the Faram Foundation, but then these are other ones that have been taken from satellite over time of throughout the seasons, right? So you can tell even in the summer with all the green that it's still there, that this one probably the fall or early spring while it's all brown, but at a different angle, right? It's not directly over top, but a little bit south of it looking up, and you can still see the faces and whatnot. It's not just an anomaly from one time, one photo. It's actually and then I guess Discovery Channel might have actually covered it too, apparently. And here's one of the images they used. A couple more. So I'm hoping that when we do the meetup and go explore this place, that we can hopefully get something like this. Hopefully better than this one with the drone that I have. So I guess this is a comparison of the site here, probably taken in the summer with all the green growth there, and then Peru and California. And then, so this one here, this is a little bit further down in the valley. And right in the center there's the divide, maybe a road going along the top. But on the left, on the lighter size, giant head, huge nose, and then the mouth and chin. It looks a lot like an Easter Island figure here as well, face head. Do you see what I'm talking about, Campbell?
Can you say that again? Sorry, I was not reading a comment.
Right in the center, on the left side, the west side is like lighter white, and then a darker green on the right side, and like a road, I guess, going down the middle of it here. So on the left side, it looks like a giant elongated head up top. Then your eye right in the middle there, a giant big nose.
Oh, I see. Yeah, on the side.
Coming down the mouth and the chin.
Yep.
It looks essentially almost identical to some of the Easter Island figures.
Is that from the did you get the coordinates? Is that got the coordinates on the website?
I'll show you here. This one's actually not on the website.
Oh, it's not?
It's
okay.
in the same valley. It's in this same Medicine Hat, Badlands, Guardian Valley. It's just a little bit further over to the west. I'll show you. I got a picture connecting all of them. So this one on the left, right, the Easter Island. But then if you look on the right, this darker area, it almost looks also like a Moai sort of guy, or like the New Zealand ones with the big brow up top, the big brow eyebrow, and then this big kind of squarish nose, and then
kind of coming off the nose with the big one.
Right, so it's like they're not modern day humans, but they do resemble a lot of the megalithic carvings throughout Macronesia area and down by your area.
That is interesting. Hang on, let me have a look. Where is it? Did you say to the left?
Yeah, so here now, this is one I found of some other guy deciphering it. So I don't necessarily know or agree with all of what he's labeled these other structures in the valley. But on the bottom right here, you can see the original Badland Guardians, the 4 of them. And then on the far left, top left, there's the other 2 that we just went over. And just to the right of it is the feathered serpent guy there. So you can see that they're a little bit a ways from the bottom 4 right guys, but that they are still in this same valley figure, and that there's a possible that there's these other figurines or carvings or something in between them, and not necessarily agreeing that a mole man or a troll or whatever, but that it could be something, and it's just this guy's interpretation.
Wow, I'm just having a quick look to see. Oh, I think did I find one? No. I'll have to have a look for them later, but yeah, we'll have to mark them out. On the Earths of Google, hey?
Yeah.
And I was saying to people before, this is what we can do is the coordinates that we've got and what we find, you get them and just link them up and then just follow the lines and see if there's anything else on them.
Exactly. So there's the coordinates I got up again.
Oh, okay. Can you read them to me? 50?
Yeah. 50 space 0038 .20 lowercase n, or I guess north, space 110 0648 .32 west.
Okay, I missed some spaces. 50, and then is it 0038?
Yeah, 500038 period 20 north.
So with no spaces in any of that?
Yeah, I don't think there's spaces in it. Sorry.
Oh, okay, and then
1
1100.548.32 west.
No, so 1100648.32 west.
Let's see if that makes it. Don't think it likes. Does not like.
Or
Let's
maybe
do
it is dashes then. Sorry.
Hang on, let me have a look at the picture. Sorry, guys, talking about technical difficulties. Oh, okay, so 00110. Okay, 1 minute. 00110. All right, we're moving. Oh, holy crap! Where's this? Is this in like Europe or something?
Sorry, which one?
Was that supposed to be one of the medicine heads? Because it took me to Europe or something.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the medicine hat.
Oh, I'm deep in. Where am I? Oh my God, where did it take me? Into the Amazon? Oh my God, there's nothing here. Yeah, it took me to South America.
Weird. You put in the north and the west though. The first one being in north, and the second one in west.
I'll put a space. Let's see what happens now. No, back to.
Weird.
Very strange. Oh, I've got big balls.
Yeah, so this also another part. Apparently, this photo is also taken from inside the Medicine Hat Badland Guardians area, and that these big balls that seem to be showing up at all these ancient sites and worshipped by ancient cultures is also appear at the Medicine Hat Badland Guardians site. So the meetup, if we can confirm this and the geoglyphs, that is going to be one amazing an adventure.
So who are you having? What's the deal with the meetup? Like, is this? Are you doing it by yourself? Or are you going in with anyone else? What's the deal?
I've had actually about 6 different people contact me so far that are all in Calgary just through following me on YouTube, finding me on YouTube, both on your channel as well as my own, and then more and more people from around Western Canada, Western US have started expressing interest into it. So after the success of your own, I figured, why not? Let's do it.
Why not, indeed? And yeah, you just do it. Like, we had no idea what we were doing, and we somehow got through it, and it was awesome. So you just do it, yeah.
Right? Just do it. The spontaneous events are usually what work out best and evolve into the biggest movements and the best successes.
Exactly, yeah. I was listening to Jason the other day from Archaics, and he said, how many times do we not listen to that voice, right? And then we regret it.
Exactly. Always listen to your intuition. That is your higher self, your higher conscience telling you that you need to do it, that some universe is speaking to you.
Yep, and the bit that says, no, you'll fail, don't try that, it's too hard. That's the system. Don't listen to it.
Exactly. The control mechanism, the evil parasites, whatever it is, there's probably multiple attacks coming from multiple sides, and that your inner truth, your own intuition, the voice, your conscious within, listen to your own inner truths, not someone else's or the matrixes, the systems, all of that.
Exactly. Contact your inner autodidact. Or, yeah, those dudes. And contact your self-educated higher self. Yeah, I can't find any of those coordinates, so we're gonna have to hunt across this Badlands. And we are working on websites and that, so that, with all these, we want to get places where we can put all these coordinates and stuff, and basically so you guys can get out there too and find them. And I've actually still got to look. I think it's on a hard drive. I've got a version of Google Earth with like about, I think it's got 2,000 star forts on it. But my computer died.
Oh, you lost it. It might have lost it, eh? But
yeah, I think I've got the hard drive somewhere though. So
nice. You'll have to get Colum Gimli.
You sorry?
Colum, is it Colum Gimli?
Colm, Colm, Colm.
Colm Gimli, yeah.
Jim Dillinger was hanging out with him a few weeks ago. He's in the chat.
Oh, nice, Jim. Please let him.
Oh, hello, Amber. How you going?
Hi.
Jeez, man. Flash mobbing out live. I don't know about that. What's that called? Live bombing.
Yeah, that's our Amber.
Gotta make my appearance.
So right now I've got up the Bosnian pyramid site. And the question, Paul, of Antarctic pyramids, I do believe that Faram, he has at least one picture up in section on it. I don't know how much he's gone into it, but he is aware of, and I believe is connecting some work to the Antarctic pyramids. And that is a fascinating subject that we will have to do another entire episode all on its own.
Indeed, right? Yeah. What is Antarctica, right? Oh, Jim. Oh, there we go. Well, Jim's going to tell us. Nobody knows. Oh, there you go. Nobody knows, and that's about right because there are no photos. You know, it's the same as space, right? We don't know. That's the problem. You know, in school, right? When you get given answers, and you're not allowed to question them, then clearly something's been hidden. So. What is down in Antarctica? You know, we've had so many stories of lost technology, and then, you know, once you sort of get onto the 1940s, the new Schwaberland kind of narrative, I mean, that opens a lot up. There's a lot of information of stuff that actually went on down there, you know, Admiral Byrd, all this kind of stuff. So it's not just all, you know, a lot of stuff gets dismissed so easily now because it's UFOs, you know, it's alien, so it's just crap, right? But no, I think if things persist, that there's got to be some truth to them.
Right. And so my Leak Project podcast there on Fridays, the weekend at Burn Eyes, and the one we restreamed on Friday ourselves, where I had Michael Boyd on there, a part of that episode, he does go into showing the video of his grandfather down in Antarctica with Admiral Byrd, part of Operation High Jump, and stated that his grandfather was part of 3 trips to North Pole and I think 40 something to the South Pole with Admiral Byrd throughout that time. And so he's going to look into more about his grandfather and within the family now to see if his grandfather did disclose any stories or secrets of it. And I encourage everyone to check that out, that interview, because it sounds like his grandfather suffered from some sort of trauma, you know, where to abandon the family the way that he did, and that like he had apparently a boudoir or something down in South America and all this stuff. So it's like the guy clearly had something on his mind, some sort of experiences that traumatized him that he was trying to run from, right?
It's such a common story, isn't it? You know, these sort of high level kind of, you know, FBI, CIA types, they always have breakdowns and lose it, and they're normally dead by the time they're 50. Just because you know, that they, it's all nice and thrilling and adventurous until until half of what you know and half of your reality is not, you know, you're not allowed to talk about it, and you know everything's fake. That must be a annoyance,
right? And like that, most people inherently want to be good, want to tell the truth, and that, you know, when you've experienced so much that is the exact opposite of the public narrative, it's got to eat away at you, and you can only handle it so long before you go insane. And probably why half of them ended up in the insane asylums half of them probably to shut them up, but the other half because they realistically
Wouldn't shut
might
up.
have actually lost it themselves.
Yeah. And this is a good point by LVK. People, when we see all these shots of people in Antarctica these days, especially when they're at the North Pole with their photo opportunities, they're just in jackets and they've got nothing covering their face, right? When I was a kid, the story was you can't go there because if the cold gets on your skin, you'll get ice frost or whatever it's called, and you'll your skin will fall off or something. But now
Frostbite.
they just cruise around, right? Frostbite, that's it, frostbite.
Yeah, and
Um,
so that's a very good point too that I forgot to mention. So Leak Project 2 weeks ago, I did an interview with Eric Hecker, who spent a year apparently working down at the actual South Pole base, and it's quite a fascinating talk on just like he says like it doesn't make sense of why all of these high level people like John Kerry, like Buzz Aldrin, like Kirill, the head of the Russian Orthodox Church, why they all went down there. He says, he states like it just from a logistics point of view, there should be nothing down there of value for these delegates, these diplomats to be going. Why would you be putting them at risk?
Especially politicians, they can kind of get away with the scientists, but politicians, I mean, come on.
Exactly, right? And that he's also talked about how one of his jobs was destroying the original base down there. They hired them to take apart the original infrastructure, that there was this massive cave system that they didn't want anybody going into that led under the ice to somewhere that he found highly suspicious, as well as him speculating that if there was any place on Earth where to have an intergalactic or like some sort of alien like landing place, essentially like a Men in Black sort of facility, off-world facility, that would be the place, because in his retrospect, in Antarctica itself, the South Pole where he was, everybody was covered from head to toe that you could not see anything about them, and you could easily disguise other things down there. And that it's the most harshest terrain, harshest environment, easily like kill yourself with exposure to it, to the outside environment in minutes, like hours at most. Like it's not a place that these people with cushy, like high-rise apartments, freaking penthouse lifestyles, eating caviar, drinking champagne, driving their Rolls Royce would ever want to go to.
Yeah, exactly. Why would they?
It just doesn't make sense.
No, doesn't make sense at all.
So whether or not
I'm just trying to fill up my coffee. Sorry.
Okay.
Are you good for 5 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I shall be back.
Cool about it. So right now I am showing more of the Faram Foundation, the Bosnian pyramid geoglyphs. This one, the Pyramid of the Sun. I'm going to paste for everybody right now in the live chat the link for the website. Feel free to check it out. And that, so the Bosnian pyramids, he's found that they connect to the Medicine Hat Badlands geoglyphs, to Luxor, Egypt, to what's the other one? The Yanaguni structure as well. And that all of these must be at least 15,000 or 12,000 years, if not 36,000. So here he says it's circa 9,500 BC. So that's 11,500 years ago, right at the time of the Younger Dryas catastrophe event. And that why they must be this old is when they start appearing in the geoglyph runes themselves, and when they stop appearing in the geoglyph runes. So that it means that the active cultures, the societies that were alive, still building, for instance, like the Moscow street geoglyphs, the old world, cities and the star forts. So the civilization that survived in our most recent one that still used these geoglyphs measurements and radials and whatnot, that the old sites like the Bosnian pyramids, like the Medicine Hat Badland Guardians, like the Yanaguni structure pyramid under the ocean below 400 feet of water in Japan, as well as, for instance, the Grand Canyon Pyramid Complex, that they were in the geoglyphs and they mentioned each other when you decipher them and map them out, but they no longer appear in the newer geoglyphs, such as the Moscow radials and whatnot. And so here he has the Old World Moscow, essentially the Star City, original build of Moscow, and that the streets also map out identically in these geoglyphs patterns. He shows it here on this map part, the exact territory of modern day Russia. So it's extremely fascinating that not that long ago, within a few hundred years, there was still civilization building and using these mapping and these technologies of the geoglyphs and putting it into the modern old world architecture and layouts of the grids and the cities that they built. And that right here you see it goes exactly to the border. Well, I guess they've lost a little bit since then, but pretty much the exact border, or I guess pre-World War I or pre-World War II borders of the Russian Empire, and it's included in the street layout itself of Moscow. So I find that ridiculously fascinating. And then back to the Bosnian pyramids, and this is the Pyramid of the Sun, the geoglyphs on top of it, and that they map out to these old world places, still, some of them still used, some of them not. And it pretty much makes this undeniable that these are the ruins of past mega civilizations, mega terraforming, and advanced science and civilization itself. And that it's been written out of our history, even though the elites and societies were still using this up until only a couple hundred years ago. And where is, oh, I think it's, sorry, gotta scroll back up here. But that in the, so how he brings in and relates the Moscow street geoglyphs to the Bosnian pyramids is that in one of the Bosnian pyramid geoglyphs, it maps out exactly to modern day Russia's most southern border here between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea. So that this empire, or the civilization of pre-cataclysm that was responsible for the building of the Bosnian pyramids themselves, the pyramid civilization, up to possible 40,000 years ago of construction date, that the civilization back then also had the exact same territory separation of this Moscow / Russian / Tartarian empire as it is to this day. And that essentially history keeps repeating itself, that the current structure of, I guess, power balance or competing empires that we have today seems to be no different than the same ones that existed up to 30, 40,000 years ago. And clearly, they're hiding all of this information from us, despite some of them still knowing and using it clearly. And once, okay, here we go. So this right here is all of the main Bosnian pyramid radials of the territory that the Bosnian pyramid civilization or empire encased. And you can see that it's pretty much the exact same as what was the Western Roman Empire, as well as what is essentially now still the EU. And that the European Union today is almost identical to the same territory that was encased in the Bosnian pyramids themselves, in the actual 40,000-year-old structured pyramids in Eastern Europe today. So, okay, yeah, here we go. Border markings at point of identified by the pyramid radials. So the Bosnian pyramid radial, one of them that marks the Russian-European border of today, and this is still here. It's, I think, at least a couple hundred years old. This looks like some antiquitech of Tartarian nature, but this supposedly is a Russian-European border marking found at the precise radial of one of the markings of the Bosnian pyramid. And that I just find beyond fascinating, beyond coincidental of any sort, and undeniable evidence of the cover-up that still happens to this day. And here we'll go into the Yanaguni pyramid geoglyph decipherment that is just as fascinating as the Russian Moscow radial border of the empire of both the European Union as well as Russia's borders with Europe today, being identical to those laid out in the Bosnian pyramids from pre-cataclysm civilization, that the Yanaguni pyramid radials also identically map out the exact same radials that the Japanese Empire tried to conquer and did end up controlling at the height of their territory during World War II. So that the Japanese Empire, also of essentially modern day history, only as far back as World War II, went for the exact same territory that's mapped out in the Yanaguni structure, aka Japanese pyramid, under 400 feet of ocean water today. And so this is a drawing of essentially the structure and all of the angles and lengths of the different walls on the Yanaguni pyramid from above. And then this is showing the Faram Foundation's decipherment and measurement of these same geoglyphs, of the length of the walls and the angles of them. And when you plant out these geoglyph radials of the Yanaguni pyramid, it goes exactly to this territory right here, plotted out. So this is the radials, the territory built into the underwater structure of the Yanaguni pyramid of Japan today. And here is the map of World War II Pacific Theater, the territory that Japan controlled. And you can see it is almost identical up to Midway and the Hawaiian Islands, down to the Solomon Islands, New Guinea, Malaysia, and then Indonesia, Burma, parts of China, and not trying to click the up to the end of the Kuril Islands of Russia, whatnot. And you can see right here, it's the exact same, that they go up to the Kuril Islands there, to Hawaii, down to the Solomon Islands, through Papua New Guinea, through Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Miss China, back to Japan, and up. So there's Taiwan, Yanaguni there. So it is identical. So make of it what you will. If you think it's just a coincidence and that history doesn't repeat itself, I don't know what to tell you, because it clearly demonstrates and showing that it does. And then this here is a satellite image from Taiwan, I guess off the coast of Taiwan, or one of the small islands of Taiwan within Taiwan's territory. Some more underwater, under ocean geoglyphs that we can clearly see them, their length and the angles of them, and that he maps these out. And sure enough, it goes specifically to islands throughout the South Pacific and North Pacific Ocean there. And nature does not create perfect unitied structures or formations of rock that somehow measure out and map out and plot out to specific land masses, points, and architecture across the world. So I find it beyond fascinating, beyond undeniable evidence of this pre-cataclysm, tens of thousand-year-old ancient advanced global civilization, global seafaring. Obviously, it's got to be a flight or possibly higher technology, but that they clearly had purpose and the ability to see from above and travel above, because there's no other way that you'd be able to, or also purpose of making these structures and these maps that can only be seen from above, that can only be seen from the air. And it just shatters the modern narrative like nothing else I have seen thus far, other than possibly the Tartarian maps and the star forts everywhere and the star fort grid. I highly recommend people check out the Faram Foundation and the work that he's doing, as he is getting a little old and he is a treasure of humanity. Hey Richie, hello Truth Unveiled, Driftwood, MC. Oh, we got 275 people watching right now. Thank you all for tuning in. We love you all. It is a pleasure to be doing this, sharing this knowledge with you. Let's check out the Indonesian pyramid now. West Java. Possible key to the Golden Civilization. Okay, so this is actually different than Guangpengdo. No, that's the frick. I'm gonna have to look up, correct myself, or if anybody in the chat knows the Indonesian pyramid that Graham Hancock has worked on and whatnot there. But this one, the Sudiang one in Garut, is definitely different than the Graham Hancock one. This is West Java. Oh, we got Cambell back.
Hello.
All right, I'm gonna post the link here.
I found like the coordinates to the Indian, like the big face, but I can't find any other coordinates on this page. I'll have to go and have a look. The Farron research. All right. I found Bosnian pyramid.
Okay. Should I stop sharing? Do you want to share here?
All right, where are we? Hello, everyone. I'm back. Who we got here? Driftwood. Hello. Oh, Richie, how you doing, mate? You made it. Karen Bishop. Hello. All right. Who has seen Man Madol? Is that Man Madol?
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah, Nan Madol. That's the
Is it
one out
Man Madol?
on the
Let's
tiny
see if
little
we can
island.
find Man Madol, which is in Micronesia, right?
I do believe so.
Man Madol. That's probably it. Whee!
Whee! Oh yeah, that looks like it. Nan
That's
Madol.
it. All right, so this is Nan Madol. I mean, and straight away, look at the edge here. Like familiar shapes, anyone? Right, there's
Right?
a big star fort, and there's just like these imprints all through it.
All
But
the
basically, this is
stuff. Right?
basalt, right? So out here, there's these. This is like a walled temple type thing. You can see it's all built up. It's all megalithic. Thanks, Google Earth, for giving us an amazing view there. Let's see if we can.
Looks very,
Where's
very
the time thing?
Starport in layout and the canals and everything, right? It clearly was part of the exact same Starfort civilization. And
Yeah, so you can see it here, and then you can see it out here as well. See that? And then in there. So definitely looking like the edge of a big, the tip of a big star fort.
yeah,
Down here, these are all.
okay? That's totally a massive citadel Starfort layout. Like that's
And that would be the citadel there, I would say. This wall bit would have been the original citadel.
right, like 100%. That's identical geometry. And then look across there, the little ocean.
I'm going to say what is across there. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Boom.
Definitely. Yeah.
Starfort. Like, wow. Nan Madol. Starfort. Add that to the list of Starforts.
Okay, I think it deserves a star. What do you reckon? Okay. All right, there you go. We are discovering the past as we live, right? As we go along. So I mentioned it before, but that's a good point, guys. Whenever you find a star, always look, if it's on water, always look across the water to see what's on the other side. But even down in here, right? Look at this bit here. Oh, look at that tip there. Look at that. See that?
Right? Like, look, like just absolute identical Starfort, Star Citadel infrastructure, design, and architecture. Like, that's undeniable. No
this
different.
is just a little island, literally in the middle of nowhere. Look.
And look at the island. It looks like a pentagon pretty much, doesn't it?
Look at this thing. What's that? Yeah, right. It does, right? Looks like almost a massive, massive star fort.
It really does. That's crazy.
So we come now. Where is all the megaliths? Let's see. Oh my God! Come on, clouds.
Like, okay, Google Earth, just magically always covered by clouds, the ones we want to see.
Yeah. So here's some megalithic walls and things, but basically this, you can't really see it, but when you get under the water, I wonder if they'll let us go down there. Probably not. Oh, is that one? Let's see. No, that's not one.
Right? Won't let you go out there.
Won't let you look. But basically there's these big basalt pillars. Okay,
Yeah.
so like down here, right? And this is what they're just all through I mean, look at this. You can even see this second bit.
Almost identical sort of like layout structures, topography as what we were finding along the Great Wall of Tartaria there across Ukraine and Siberia.
Yeah, there's another big point here. See that in the ground? And when you see this kind of stuff where there's no trees, it means that there's like foundations in the ground. So whatever's growing on top can't grow tall. So you see these lines.
Exactly, right? Like, and so Nan Madol is a tourist attraction, but I wonder probably very little, if not like zero, archaeological exploration has been done of the big part of the island, and that they
Mm,
just to the one little site where in fact this is an entire probably artificial island or terraformed island of a like massive macro star citadel sort of build.
yep. Look at this. There's just angles everywhere. And the story of Nan Madol is that it was built by giants, two giant brothers. As far as all this stuff, all the old temples and that. And you can kind of see it all along here. There's just remains of, you know, like none of these shapes are natural. They're all right angles and things. Even up here, you know, still got this, you know, this star sort of.
Right, and it looks like those are leftover canals, and that it was very
Yeah,
water canal infrastructure, and it seems
exactly.
like these are canals that connected through the entire island.
Mm. And so you can imagine, and it looks like it, you know, when you come back, it looks like it's been flooded, right? So the water used to be a lot lower.
Like, that's a giant pentagon seawall essentially built around.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, is that? I mean, that's waves breaking. Come on, Googles.
That's
Come on, Googles.
definitely like megalithic. I guarantee if someone
And
went
look, this.
scuba diving, that's megalithic basalt building, breakwater.
This looks like, yeah, and this looks like a massive like port sort of harbor. Let's see. Come on, Google. Let us look.
Yeah, levees, exactly. A big levee
Oh,
system
here we go.
of the harbor. Of that harbor, 100%.
So yeah, look at this one here, right? Look at that right angle. And they're going to say these are all just natural, you know, sort of seawall, you know, breaks or whatever. But clearly there's a wall along here. And look at that bit there. What is that? So very interesting. Nan Madol. And this, I mean, what's this, man? What is this?
Right? Like just one more.
Look at the doorway again. Look at that inlet. It's to get inside.
There's a sunken star fort in there somewhere.
I would say so. I mean, and look, they're completely blurred, right? Pixelated so you can't see anything. Actually, let's see if that changes if we come to today. Oh, it's even worse. Yeah, nothing now. It's, I mean, come on. Look at that. You can see how, look at this. You can see how they just built it. It's not photos. It's all built up, right? Look at that.
Right? Like that looks the same as like the new Spartley Island Chinese reclaimed military base islands. Like only this is ancient, not modern.
Mm. I mean, look at the overlaying here. What is this? It looks like they got a picture of the desert and just whacked it in the middle of the ocean there. Look at all the overlay. It's just But if we come out and we find, you know, another piece of the ocean, you can normally go heaps, a lot further in. It's probably going to make a liar of me. Maybe they just didn't upgrade. Oh my God, that's horrendous. Oh well.
Well,
Here we go. So,
you know, they kind of intentionally. It seems any of these like mysterious sites, it's just got the artificial Google like scrubbing of it. You know, like they don't want you to be able to see it in depth.
Are you able to see the depth of the ocean in that area?
No, in some places you can.
Not
Yeah.
You used to be able to. It looks. I mean, look at this.
We have to
What-
get Paul Cook on with his LiDAR application of it.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? Did he buy that or something? Because I've been looking for it, but where do I get one? I want one.
Yeah, well, we can purchase, but we don't want to have to spend money if there's a free version.
Well,
so
you
I'll
can
talk
get
to
a
Paul.
trial version if you look up.
Yeah, trial. Yeah, good point. Indeed.
So this is the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun.
Yeah, look at that. Fall pictures, yet it's spring.
I might hang on. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Is that spring? I don't know. And it's got this thing on the top of it.
Yeah, that right there is the geoglyphs. Those are the exact geoglyph site that those walls and everything in there is what Faram Foundation, the radials that he mapped out on one of them.
So
That's
they
that
take,
picture that he shows and shows the angles and lengths of.
yeah, so they take that straight line so they get, the right angle. Yeah.
You got it. And the length.
And look here. Look at that. 2 pyramids carved into the ground. Look at that. Or 2 triangles.
Right? Like just.
Can we have a look at this one? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Look at this.
And while we're in that area, there was a request to also check Ratanj Pyramid in Serbia, RTANG in pyramid in Serbia. So we'll check that right after this one. It's the same sort of area. Bosnia, Herzegovina, and Serbia, I believe, used to both be part of Yugoslavia, so right next to each other.
Okay, so that was a crap view. Where is it? Let's try that again. You want to maybe get down here. Bosnia looks quite nice, though, doesn't it? I must say, nice and green, rolling hills.
Beautiful area.
And that's the pyramid. So not a very good view.
Just like, oh, sorry, I'm not going to let you see that again.
No.
Blocked by trees.
So, I mean, you can see on top there, though, the pyramid shape. And there is another one. Where is it? Let me see. Oh, God, now I've lost everything. Bosnian, down here. This is apparently another one. The Pyramid of Lujbe, something.
Yeah, I've heard of I think almost 10 now around the Bosnian main pyramid complex valley that they've since found other ones a little bit further up from it. And then I have heard as well of some of these Serbian ones, so it'd be interesting to see.
So, yeah, what was it? What was it? RATANGE?
What you said, ANJ. ANJ. Rataj. Ratanj, I believe.
Ratanj. Serbia. Okay, we'll just go to Ratanj and see if we can find it. All right, okay. So I guess maybe they're talking about this.
That's looking pretty.
You can see 3 points.
Yeah, 3-sided pyramid possibly. Look at that. Look how straight they are. And some layers on it.
So, I mean, this place as well, this is just like, what are they called? Liechtenstein?
Yeah. The repeating fractal geometry. Hey, it's crazy.
I mean,
or past plasma catastrophe.
Plasma, maybe, yeah. All right, so that could be one.
And
anything else interesting? Anyone got any?
There's several. Oh, Amber's got something.
Oh, what's going on with you and Amber? Hey, why have you turned the bloody camera off? What's going on? Actually, we probably don't want to know, do we?
Sorry, I was just having a little weed, so
yeah.
Turned the camera off to not.
Oh, you turned it off, but then you just announced that you were doing it. So I mean,
I was also beating him up.
Indeed.
Oh, he was filling you up,
so. And I was about to have a smoke, but I'm not going to do it on camera to trigger bad habits of others. That's why momentarily taking the camera off. Do we want to take a little look at the Grand Canyon Pyramid Complex, maybe?
What do you reckon, guys? You want
In
to
the
take another look
meantime?
at Grand Canyon, or has anyone got anything else? I want to spend time looking through Australia, but not now because it'll take forever to find stuff. But there's got to be stuff out in the middle of Australia, right? And another good
Or
place
maybe just take a quick Google, Campbell,
is
maybe just take a quick Google search of pyramids in Australia, because I've seen about 6 different sites now throughout the years of different ones on Google Earth. That could be a good little look-see.
Pyramid Australia, Pyramid Hill, Pyramid Shallow. Okay, let's have a look, eh? I'll just quickly see. Where are we? Oh, wow. Where are we? Interesting looking city. It's called Pyramid Hill.
Interesting layout.
Very interesting shapes everywhere. Wow. Well, I think we're in the middle of Australia somewhere. It looks like farming. Ah, what's that pyramid? No, there's no pyramid there.
That kind of looks like a layout almost.
I mean, there's some interesting shapes in the ground here, isn't there? Like, why are they doing? What's all this stuff?
Right? It almost looked like Starfort Foundation
Yeah,
or
this.
layered step pyramid ruins, possibly.
That's just look at this. What's going on here? That's just bizarre. All right, let's see what else there is. Pyramid Australia. Pyramid Hill. What's this one? That's somewhere different. No. Oh. No. Come on, guys.
Look at the racetrack too, right? Back to Michelle Gibson's circuit board Earth research. This is looking pretty.
And it's called. Oh, I thought it was called Michelle, but it's called Mitchell Park. I mean, but look at this. There's some weird shapes. Just look at this bit here. Like, what is going on here? Like, there's just some very strange angles in. I mean, look at this.
Leftover ruins of foundations or canals and stuff too.
It looks very, doesn't it? Old dried up canal through here, maybe. Oh gosh, that's very interesting. Okay, I'm trying to find. Give me pyramid.
Right, I've seen
Pyramid Road.
Literally out in like the middle of the desert areas of Australia before, and they were in like clumps of 3s that I saw.
Victoria. Pyramid Creek. Bit of an oxymoron. Oh my god, it's all in the same spot. Where even are we?
Weird.
Victoria.
Okay.
All right. So there's so much interesting stuff out here, but we just got to be able to find it.
Right. Do a couple episodes just on Google Earth anomalies alone.
Pyramid Mountain.
Should look at Glastonbury. Dragon Sage was saying. You did the interview of that, of the Glastonbury glyphs, right? The researchers on that.
Yes, Glastonbury. Yes, and of course they have their big music festival there every year to pump their stuff. Okay, so I think I'm going to have to mark Australia. Glaston. Oh, look at this. Just like being in an airship. Whee! Oh yeah, that looks like
steampunk technology, the airships of the past. I'm starting more and more to like just envision the Starfort Tartarian realm and airships everywhere.
Yep, exactly. We have to imagine the new reality into existence. Look at this. Can you see this? Like this down here?
Yeah, that's looking very Starfort.
No, that one a bit there.
Like the wall, the Great Wall of Tartaria style infrastructure building ruins.
Yeah. Definitely looks, it's got some. Oh, that's cloud shadow, of course. Oh, wow. Hang on. There's two Glastonburys. Is there? But another one is if you just put in fort. There you go, Fort William. And what are the bets it's a star fort? Come on. Well, that's not a star fort. Probably is, but
The ruins of it. That looks pretty old worldish.
It does, but not what I wanted. Come on, Google.
Yeah.
Fort England. Fort Street. Oh my God, Fort Street. Fort Yukon. USA. Oh God. What?
Yukon, Canada, there's some. What's this? This is far north of me.
The Yukon. Yeah, that's up in the wilds, isn't it? Like the frozen.
Yeah,
I've had a look at this place before. This is freaky, this place, man. Look at oh my God, thank you, Google. Look at this, man. They're images because they have to be. But I mean, look at this landscape. It's just ridiculous.
Right?
The crap blown out of it. Look at all these holes everywhere.
Right? Like it looks like it's just been nuked to shite.
Yeah, just mad.
And I'm majored in geography and geology in post-secondary, and it never really made sense to me. And the more that we take a look at these and then compare them to the ancient Tartarian maps that literally had cities, civilizations, and life mapped throughout these now decimated areas, I do not believe at all that it was caused by glacial moving and eradication. It's just such a farce.
Oh, it is. Because, yeah, I mean, look at that. That's not a glacier sliding. That's carpet bombing, man. But I mean, look at this. Look at this. What the hell is that, man? Come on.
Right? Like, and the fact that in the ancient, not so ancient, but only a few 100-year-old maps that say these areas were Tartaria and that had the little castles and towns and cities throughout them at a time that supposedly they weren't inhabited or before they were mapped properly, that these, especially when you get into, for instance, the Perry Reese map that's 500 years old that also had Antarctica put in it, that famous Turkish map. But a lot of these that before the West went back to remap them, and it was the exact same topography, only minus these cities and these former civilizations there, that this reset or these maps had to have come from a reset that is a lot more recent than the 12,000-year-old Younger Dryas event, and only a few hundred years or 500 to 1,000 years since the last major cataclysm, war, or whatever destroyed the original Tartarian civilization and Starfort civilization.
Indeed, and that's how Olaf found the Great Wall of Tartaria, by doing that overlaying the maps, the old maps. And this is Fort Jefferson, the largest brick structure in North America, 60 million bricks, and just out on an atoll in the middle of the ocean, as you do. But when you're building in the ocean, you must remember to build a moat. They're always good. Let's see if we can have a look on the inside, hey?
Okay. So, and the moats, was it a moat or was it part of the canal or part of the water energy resonance frequency harnessing technology that infrastructure was, as opposed to something filled with crocodiles to prevent invaders?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, this whole thing, I mean, yeah, look at it, right? It's like everything else, same architecture. It's the old world civilization, but it's just out there. So clearly, and you can see it sitting on an atoll, and it's been sunk again. I mean, look at this waterway here. That's probably a remnant. And even down in here, you can kind of see a few interesting lines.
Yeah, right. Like it must have been much bigger at one point, and this is the leftovers.
Because you can see, I mean, you know, this could have easily all been above land at some, you know, it would have been, you know, at the time that Yanaguni was above land, you know, it would have been this.
That would have been almost.
Which means that there's probably something, you know, here or here.
Right, like a bunch of buried stuff right there. And yeah, as we zoom in, starting to see some straight lines, some circular lines, stuff like that. Like,
you just never know. Yeah, I mean, all this kind of stuff, right? Right angles. Look at this square down in here. So we just don't know. And of course, they try and tell us this, you know, been underwater for, you know, thousands of years, right? Oh, of course, there's a lighthouse out here.
and how was it built these times with no power, it doesn't make sense. And how would you have kept it stocked? Like the logistic lines just are impossible. It doesn't make sense. You couldn't have kept these places stocked with food, with the resources needed to make them feasible in that timeline.
Indeed. I mean, so look at this. So just apart from that star fort, here we have this pretty big lighthouse, right?
And like,
just in the middle of nowhere, you know, they had to bring everything out here.
It just doesn't make sense. It's impossible for the amount of resources, man hours, power. Like, you couldn't have been done the way they claimed it.
No. Well, there's a nice angle, isn't there?
Right, and Amber's asking if there was like a bay, and there's not even no bay area. Like they would have been completely exposed at putting ships in this area.
This is the thing. Like they say, this was built as a defensive fort to protect America. Right now, if you're sailing in a boat, right, to get to here,
maybe if you had like
sail across here,
like if you had
here.
What are they called? Like Kinzel, like the hypersonic or the different types of missiles to shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Might have been able to protect it, but like trying to claim like shooting cannonballs with like zero accuracy and like
seriously, like
you'd have to be
look where they are. Like they've got to get across all of this before they even hit deep water.
Right, like
so the ships have got to be at least this. They probably couldn't even shoot a cannon that far. So the ships have to literally come into this bay sort of area so they can shoot at them. It's like, it's stupid.
It's just such a joke. Like, no, that was not defensive. If it was a defensive base, it would have had a harbor where you would have had a bunch of military ships ported at to then be able to launch from there to go defend it, not just this little
Mm,
one stationary spot that has no defense of its own, that has no
exactly.
like ability to maintain itself there.
Mm. And look at this natural bay that's here. How easy would it have been to just, put some defenses here and keep your ships here and actually do that? But no, let's just build the biggest brick building in North America and,
And
in a
just
perfect hexagon. Why not?
the amount of people to like man a place like this, and then the amount of food, water, like the resources you'd need to keep this place running, it's just not feasible. Like, it's not, in no way would it have been able to be self-sufficient in any manner. Like, there's no place
Mm.
to get food, there's no place to get fresh water, nothing there. Like, you'd have to keep shipping it in almost
Be
daily.
coming up here. Yeah, exactly. They didn't have desalination back then. It's just silly. And then, and this whole area is just like covered in forts and stuff and interesting bits and pieces and sunken
Right, like,
cities and pyramids and
exactly, like Bimini Road's close by, those pyramids off the tip of Cuba there in, I think it's off of Guantanamo Bay, that those pyramids supposedly are like 2 kilometers underwater, like that big pyramid city. All sorts of crazy stuff here.
it's just mad, isn't it? Let's have a look. Fort. Oh, hang on, I can't spell. Fort. Ah. Fort. No, it's another.
And very interesting about this area too is Edgar Casey's readings that Atlantis was sort of in this area, and that there'll be a rising and finding of all these golden tablets around here, and that all the stories of these different golden tablets that have been found in these different pyramid sites around here.
Let's see what we can find. Okay, here we go. Because I know these islands are covered in stars. It's like oh, here we go. What's that? No. Oh gosh, how old world does that look? That looks like an old star.
Right? Like, that looks like perfect canals built there too. Artificial terraforming, not natural waterways.
Yeah, and it's the same. The shoreline, it's all like this, like these man-made coastlines. But there's no explanation for how most of it was done. Wow, what is that? It's interesting.
Right, what is that? Looks like it's been built off the ruins of an old star fort, and
It does, doesn't it?
could be like oil storage or natural gas something, but looks like the foundation was a star fort. And look at that giant coastline that's been clearly terraformed.
And this is Puerto Rico. Let's see, where's the other one? Castilla San Cristobal. Oh, here we go. So look at this, all man-made. Oh yeah, here we go. So there we go. Star. You can see that, guys. So here we go. All along here. Got a bit of a star down here.
Right. Oh wow. This is Costa Rica, or sorry,
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, and
Look
it
at
even
the
goes up
similarities
here.
of this whole island and Malta. It almost looks
In
like
Malta, yeah.
to Malta as a giant citadel star island city fortress. Like, pretty much identical to what Malta looks like.
You can see the whole thing up here. We've got a citadel, comes all the way down, no doubt through here, and then across here and up this side. Looks like it even keeps going a bit.
Right.
And look at this building, right?
Like,
in Puerto Rico on this little island, we get
how? Like, it looks like the entire island was man-made, or like half of it at least was terraformed, and just like such excess for the time period and the resources that were claimed to have been available in those times. Like, look at this. Just the
and so,
entire thing is artificial
yeah,
coastlines, buildings, and land. Like,
we got the promenade, we got the usual features in the ground. Looks like this might be the edge of the star coming up here. You can see sort of funny angles. But yeah, this whole, I mean, look at this whole island. This has been, yeah, like you say, terraformed. You can see the bits of star popping out in places. What's
like
on this
limestone
side?
they used to build it, but like that, probably 2/3 of what we've seen here must have been like man-made back in those times, whenever it
Yeah,
was originally constructed.
exactly.
That's Star City shape all around here.
Yeah,
That,
exactly. You can see it sort of coming down here. Yeah, very much like Malta with the sort of elongated where they fit it to the edge of the island. Very interesting. So there's one now. I know there's more around here. Let's see. Is this the same one? Yeah, this one. Oh no, there's forts everywhere. So yeah, look, it is like model. Look, there's fort. Oh, here's another little citadel. And look at this. Little island fort. Little keyhole.
and a thought I just had is the amount of copper roofing and like the domes of all of these buildings, and then the limestone mixed with granite basalt sort of um, alternating brickwork and stuff, the piezoelectric properties, along with the copper roofing that is straight conductive capacitance right next to the saltwater ocean. And that's a massive battery power potential between them.
Yeah, right. Very nice. God, I should have marked that, shouldn't I? Where was it? No, it's this one. Oh my gosh,
That entire point was definitely built out in the Starfort time, and part of that original whole mega complex. Essentially, these are mega complexes, the citadel cities.
Exactly. And like you say, this could have literally just been built as a battery, because look, you can see it.
All batteries, right?
They're called batteries, exactly. So if we go across here, well, there you go. There's a few remnants, maybe.
Oh, definitely.
Things. So yeah, if they have like the charge going across the water, across the salt bridge.
And then these bays, the rivers coming in with a little bit of fresh water at mixing, that also a potential to harvest energy off of, because of the amount of energy involved just in that natural mixing of those waters. Those spots.
Okay. Excuse me. So that's Puerto Rico.
What about Havana, maybe?
Havana.
Oh, and then, yeah, Haiti right there, too. And yeah, like the maps of the Sahara from 400-500 years ago, lots of the ones you've done little videos on before, Campbell, showing like how lush it was, and the different rivers that were now dried up, and the civilizations, the settlements along them, those different castles and stuff. And it claims that those maps are only from 400 or 500 years ago.
Yeah, exactly, right, exactly. So that's how we can find a lot of stuff, because you can actually overlay maps on Google Earth.
Right, and
so this is Cuba. So clearly that's a Star Fort Citadel.
Massive right there.
Just do that. You can see it a bit better. There 2 points there. And then, of course, we have these Star Fort walls down here. And even down in here, look at this bit.
Right.
And there's our Cavalier.
Cavalier. The track right there too, with once again referring to Michelle's circuit board Earth. Like, look at that, right? But in the center of the citadel is a massive track.
And here you got the star there, so star there, and this is Cuba.
And then across the bay there, old world.
Oh, look at that, another one. Look at that, perfect. Communism, man. See, communism, keeps the past, right?
They do surprisingly well.
I mean, look how old world city this all looks. This looks like the way it's set out. It just looks like the old cities in like Italy and France and stuff.
Right. Yes, and that we're told that they only started apparently building Havana at the times that these ancient star cities in the old world were already like constructed and at their peaks. Yet this looks identical to the old cities of Europe and the Middle East of those times.
Yeah, there's another star right there.
Right. Oh, wow. Look at that one.
And look at this setup, right? I mean, we see this everywhere, right? Where they have like a big obelisk or something, these curved buildings, and then
that was the obelisk. I told you the last stream where I took the pictures of and ran. That's the monument right there. You just
look, sitting on a big star.
Black. Yeah, that's the one. So I've got a couple of pictures of me with my burn ground sticker selfies, and like these guards coming with AKs, and then I had to run for my dear life, and lucky that I did not get arrested on that. Mm-hmm. But I remember when when we visited that site, just how awe-inspiring, but also out of place that obelisk seemed to be to me, and that it seemed to be older than it was. It seemed to be like a megalithic sort of obelisk with just like a new facade added onto it with your false idols added in to claim that it's of recent times and not something that was left by these past grander civilizations.
All right, Cayman Islands. Oh my gosh, look at this place.
What?
Oh God.
Look at that, eh?
Look at this. So there's a fort. Come on, Google. Give us a better look on that. The fort down here. Oh, come on, Google.
Sherry, this was 2 decades ago that I did this, and I promise you I'm not that stupid anymore. I was like 19 at the time, and
so he was young, dumb, and full of rum.
Indeed.
So here we go. Prospect Fort. What have we got here? Doesn't look like there's a fort there.
Right, like just crazy, and like that big circuit there. It just looks like a massive old circuit board.
It kind of does, doesn't it? Okay, let's go. Prospect George Ruins. Okay, what's down here?
So how, during times of supposed no power, no energy, horse and wagon pulley, and global wars with civil wars everywhere and genocides against the local populations, were they able to do all of this terraforming and groundwork of building these foundations of these massive mega cities.
Yeah, I mean, this is Cayman Islands in the middle of nowhere. And look, same kind of buildings. Is that a big one? No. Okay, well, let's go somewhere else. Look, they've even got Toyotas. You've got to have an old world building. What looks old world?
Right, it looks like they've replaced it all. It's just built off the foundations there.
Yeah, it looks like everything's been smashed to crap. That's interesting.
Kind of like a Vegas, where they just built down all of the buildings for new ones.
This bit here is just, look at this. It's just, I guess this is where the rich people have houses and boats. I mean, look at this.
Like all the canals and marinas there, just
that's ridiculous.
Mass amounts of terraforming. Half are probably modern, but I guarantee the original were not. And look at that island, like how we're seeing these repeating cases of massive outer breakwaters and what are probably megalithic stones creating the outer walls of these islands with inner bays and like built up off of it, as if major portions of each of these islands were reclaimed land from the sea and artificially built.
Exactly. So now
it's Nan Madol, and that it's recognized even by modern academia that it's all reclaimed land off the sea that they built, and why it's a world mystery site, because they have no idea how they did it at that time. But it seems what we're seeing here is recurring cases of everywhere like that, and that the old world, or these islands, must have been built and reclaimed from the ocean at a time of the old world and found pre-built before we started colonizing and developing them into the modern.
Indeed, and here we are in Jamaica, and there's a star. So down here we get, so we get this sort of familiar looking kind of wall. Up here, it looks like this was a bigger star at some point.
Right, so just the amount of work of tearing down the original star forts, citadels, and infrastructure has taken centuries and like just ridiculous amounts of labor, and they're still half built, still half remaining. So
exactly. You can imagine how well,
how is it built in the beginning?
And here, I mean, there we go. That's an entrance to clearly a man-made canal. It's been blocked up, though.
Yet you can still see it going all the way up, running through that entire area.
Yeah, up here. Yeah, right. Nice. So, again, this one's just been built over by the looks of it. Nothing here. But, but definitely a star fort in, Jamaica. All these islands, right? Oh my gosh, look at this. This is where the hotels are, man. Look at this. I want to go to Jamaica. I want to go to Jamaica, man.
Me too. I've been to Trinidad and Tobago, as well as St. Lucia down there.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful places. Have yet to make it to Jamaica.
Look at that. So, that's very cool. Oh, look at that. So there we go. This is how we can make, I mean, that probably should be on that star, but
perfect.
Then we can go and see if there's, you go down and have a look and go, what's down here?
A giant man-made wall. Ancient breakwater wall. Look at that canal and everything right there. Like, that's a leftover star fort for sure. Citadel.
Yeah, look at that, man. Just kind of straight onto it. And I mean, that looks pretty interesting. Look at this, man-made canals here. Of course, you make man-made canals in the ocean. You always do that. So yeah, this is how you find stuff. Like you just go down along the lines, right? And especially where there's water and things like that is the best place to look.
These energy grid systems.
I think it is. So it crosses. What's that snorkeling area? No. But yeah. So there's grids. Oh God, that almost looks like a star.
Yeah, Star City right to the right there.
The more you find, yeah, and the more, and then you could make there might be other lines here. So I'm encourage you to get out there and have a look. This is Haiti. Don't be a hater.
And a very important question that has not been tackled is if the official story were being told that these the Spanish, the English, the French, they were all enemies fighting against each other, completely identical or individual in their beliefs or nationalities, their prides, their societies, civilizations, then you would think they would have different individual want to be as distinct and different as possible from each other in their architecture, how they build, and what their civilization looks like, as opposed to what we're finding where all the architecture is identical from these different time periods where globally. So it's like these all had to be global civilizations that were united and building the same architecture for the same purposes and intent and unity. You would not be replicating and copying your enemies and doing the same as them. You'd be trying to find the weaknesses and not replicating how the same structure that they would know the ins and outs of and how to destroy and how to defeat. It just doesn't make sense whatsoever.
No, it doesn't at all. Here's another one. I don't even know where I am now. British Virgin Islands or something. But you see this. I mean, we saw it heaps in Melbourne, but especially at the World's Fairs. These are supposed to be showing off countries, but all the iconography and all the the logos and the facades, they're all from what we're told is Greco-Roman, right? So none of it makes sense.
Exactly, right? So Greco-Roman, yet officially we're told that the Romans weren't seafaring and didn't cross the Atlantic, yet everything in South and North American is built in their style. Sorry, that just does not add up.
It just doesn't. Yeah, the whole story just does not make sense, and especially when we can come out literally to this tiny little island in the middle of nowhere and find stars, and then and look at that, it's almost a straight line
right
shapes out here. There must be, I reckon you'd find them on all the way up here.
100%. This massive, just making these triangles, the grids, the star grids. And thank you, Show Me Sasquatch, for supporting the work. Much appreciated. Little super chat there for you, Campbell.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Who am I thanking? Who is it?
Show Me Sasquatch.
Oh, thank you there, Show Me Sasquatch. I would, but it's a public channel.
I definitely will be doing an episode on Sasquatches in the future because there's some really good work out of, I think, the University of Alberta in Edmonton, so right close to me, and research in Canmore, Alberta, which is even closer to me, next to world famous Banff, Alberta. But that they supposedly have found, there's some actual professors there that have been studying it and found enough evidence and recordings of the Sasquatch population behind the Canmore Mountains that they've petitioned the Canadian government to get Sasquatch listed as an endangered species. There was a documentary made on it a couple of years ago, but I think it's been pretty censored and tried to be suppressed since. I haven't heard anything of it since.
Cool. All righty. So thank you, everyone in chat. 274 of you. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed that one. I think we've been going 2.5 hours, almost 2 hours 20. So we'll start wrapping up. And I do have to buy a new laptop computer. So what's a good laptop computer? Are there any computer people out there? Like I was thinking,
I have a
change to Apple because I need to, it's going to be for edit, so it can handle a lot of editing and do good editing, all that kind of stuff. So is Apple better for that, or will I get a better deal if I stick with Windows? Because if I get Apple, I'm going to have to re-educate myself.
Exactly. So I've heard, and I've got a lot of friends in the video music industry that love Apple's for that purpose and that it's good quality. Although myself, I've always get frustrated when trying to go over and work on an Apple because I'm used to the PC Windows, and that is completely different coding. So lots of the times things that I'm used to working on don't work and don't load, but apparently they're pretty good. The one Apple laptop that I did have, it died on me though, so it kind of pissed me off. So they're rather expensive for what they are. I currently
just got a phone, and like Apple's are literally $1,000 more than everything else. And so the thing is, I've only got a limited budget. So if I spend $2,000 on a non-Apple, I'm thinking I'll get more for my money as well. Like, because the same on Apple, you get all the Apple, but it's not going to be the same specs because you're paying $500 for the name, right?
100%. And also it came out in public knowledge a couple of years ago that Apple intentionally has software programmed in to slow and like reduce your devices.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, over time. So you have to keep upgrading, basically.
Exactly, right? So I'd suggest the laptop I'm on right now is a ThinkPad, and it's got like a solid state hard drive. It's actually it's I think about 5 or 6 years old. I need to also upgrade, but the one that I have, it works phenomenally well for how old it is, and the new ones are supposedly even better.
Cool. All right. I might have to have a look online. I don't want to go to a shop and get talked into something. You know what these salespeople are like. But I just need, I just need processing power, I think, because my laptop, I took it to the event and was trying to like download. I didn't even think, right? And here I am trying to download a video with literally like probably 500 pictures in it, and the computer's just like losing its mind, going and shutting down.
No.
So I need something with a bit of, but I also need to I need to learn how to edit in sections, right?
As do I. That is something else. So if all of you lovely souls out there feel like supporting both Campbell and myself, or if you're good at editing and have suggestions for us on both equipment, hardware, and the software and techniques, please do let us know.
Let us know, yes. And again, Sarah S. Ra is doing work. She's doing design work and intros and all that kind of stuff. So if there's any creators out there, I have no contact, but keep it in mind because I'll be back. She's going to do a bit of work for me. She's trying to, get started, like build a business, supporting people. So
Estra is amazing, and I do have her email. We've been going back and forth. I did not know about that aspect though. So
yeah. So
another one.
Of course, any help, if anyone knows anyone, we'll have to get her on the show and get her details out and everything in the future. Apple for editing, Windows for gaming. That's what people tell me. But again, like if I get an Apple, am I going to be getting? It might be a better machine, even if it doesn't have the, planned obsolescence, but will it be the same machine as a Windows? That's my,
Yeah.
When you get Windows, you tend to get more processing, more RAM for the same price, right? More storage. So I still prefer my 99FX. What's that? Is that a fax machine?
I think it must be like a gaming or a Linux or Raspberry style.
Yeah, that's the other thing is there's no other real option, is there? Apart from Apple and Linux is just an operating system, but you just upload that onto a Windows computer, don't you? It's not like you buy a Linux computer, do you?
Exactly. The PC Linux runs the base off of it in the operate.
Minimum 360 GPU. What's GPU?
That is your processing speed, I
Graphics
believe.
per minute? Gigs per minute? Something. Apple is easier to upgrade RAM unless model was built to not allow it. Bin the laptop. I've got a PC looby-loo, but I need something to travel on that I can take to all the events and stuff and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I kind of need both. I need to upgrade my laptop to my desktop and get another. I used to have two monitors, and then I moved and I seem to have one, and I really need to get the second one going.
Right, like it's
makes it so easy.
The second monitor is a huge thing,
especially for streaming. Because you can actually see, that's massive. But yeah. Oh, Burnout loves everyone. There you go, guys. Oh, I see. All right. So, what's time where you are, Mr. Bernie?
It is almost 5 to 2 in the morning, so definitely should.
Right, well, we better let you go back to Amber, I guess.
Thank you, Amber. You want to say bye? She says she loves everybody too, and thank you for tuning in. Yeah, you want to, I guess she's running over. She's running over to say.
She's running over. Oh, make sure you're dressed.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Sleep well.
Okay, there I am. Hi, bye.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We will be back around this time next Tuesday. It's Tuesday, isn't it? I'm trying to get organized.
Yes, sir.
With another show. And
Monday night, North America.
Monday night. Okay, North America. Yes, there we go. And we will be working on getting some guests on as well. We've still got to get Paul and Michelle back and a few other people as well. So thanks for joining us, guys. Have an amazing day, night, morning, wherever you are. And we'll talk to you all on the next upload. Bye for now.
Love you all.